Welcome back to Chamber Exchange, a TV show. Again, I want to thank the sponsors that helped make it happen, Bank Hometown and the Worcester Railers Hockey Club. Thrilled to have with us in the second segment, Ellen Ganley, who's the Director of Public Policy, Public Affairs, and Advancement at the Worcester Community Action Council. Welcome, Ellen.
Hi, Tim. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
So Worcester Community Action Council, been around, I think, since the 60s. But,
65, yep.
65, part of the War on Poverty, created community action councils across the country. Yep. Maybe just for our viewers who may not be familiar with kind of the scope of services of the Worcester Community Action Council,
Sure.
You could let them know before we get into some of the specifics.
Sure. So we are the anti-poverty agency for Worcester and about 45 contiguous communities. So essentially all of Worcester County. We stretch up into the north, out to the west, into the Brookfields, Brimfield area, and down south into Southbridge, Webster area. And we have a variety of anti-poverty programs. Down in the South County area, we operate early education and care. We have a sizable Head Start, early Head Start, and Healthy Families program, which is preschool, infants through preschool age, getting them ready, supporting families, getting them ready for kindergarten and beyond. We have a job and education center where we're located within the Denholm building downtown, which works with youth from about 16 to early mid-20s on a bunch of education and employment programs. We work with the city in cooperation with the chamber and the summer jobs program, and are really looking to enhance our year-round opportunities for youth when it comes to employment. And we're probably best known for what we're here to talk about today is the fuel assistance, home heating assistance program.
Yeah, and you mentioned the summer youth program, something that you've partnered for a long time with the city and the chamber, but we expanded on that a little bit this year. Yep. With the establishment of Worcester Green Corps. And that was a great partnership that in short notice we're able to put together with the city and United Way.
Great
and you guys
success, yeah. It's all about partnerships in true Worcester spirit, and we're happy to be part of that and see it continue to grow and build to become more of a year-round opportunity, as opposed to the summer provides youth with about a 6 to 8 week subsidized employment experience, and it runs the gamut, everything from outdoor activities like the Green Corps to office settings and everything in between. We have a lot of youth that work at the Boys and Girls Club that help manage their summer camp. So it really runs the gamut, and it's a great experience for many of the youth. It's the first time they're earning a real paycheck, and looking to grow that and expand that and offer more year-round opportunities because you can see the benefit.
Yeah.
So.
Before we get into our topic, the main topic, but I mean that's really important, and it's one of the things that we say at the chamber constantly is to companies who say consistently the single biggest issue or challenge they have is access to workers and talent. Mm-hmm. But there's proactive strategies that they can employ in terms of addressing that need, and that is internships.
Absolutely.
Oftentimes it's a mutually beneficial way. You potentially get a future employee, but for that young person in particular, and we all in our own lives remember how important those first jobs were in kind of teaching us about the world and what the workplace expects of us. And so there's an opportunity in a way that's mutually beneficial.
Absolutely, and we've got, our staff is there to help support both the youth and the employer to make sure that it is a good fit, and supporting the youth in soft skills training and as well as the specific skills they may need to meet that particular position, and to make sure from the employer side that their needs are being met. Are there additional opportunities for growth within an employee? The subsidized employment track, the idea is they go, they learn, they have a great experience, the employer is impressed with them, and then ultimately offers them a opportunity to continue to grow with them.
And that, again, for an employer out there who might be, well, I'm not sure if I've got the capacity or assistance to do this, the Community Action Council has, counselors and staff that work with the employer and the employee to kind of make sure.
And manage it every step of the way.
Great,
so,
great.
Yeah.
Well, it's cold outside, it's snowing, and fuel assistance is a program that's incredibly important for families who are maybe at the lower end of the economic scale and having challenges, seniors, et cetera. You guys are in the middle of that right now.
We are. It's incredibly busy season, and whether it's sub-zero temperatures as we've experienced of late, or it gets into the balmy 50s. New England's all over the place. It's still cold in your house, and we know a lot of families are struggling, and we want to get the word out there that WCAC and our home heating assistance program is here to help. I think there's some misperceptions about who the program is for. We certainly have a large percentage of the clients we serve are seniors who are on a fixed income, and therefore we're able to help them pay their heating bill and stay in their home. But a large percentage of our clients and growing is working families who are struggling to keep up with the cost of home heating oil is going through the roof. We're all spending a lot more time at home, either working or remote learning, or just because that's the safest place to be. And so we're using more fuel, and everything's just more expensive. So we want to get the information out there and make sure folks realize that we're here to help. The eligibility requirements actually for the income eligibility for home heating are a lot higher than I think most people would think. A family of 4 can be making upwards of $75,000 and still be eligible for some benefits. A 2-household family upwards of $35,000 and still be eligible. So anyone who is struggling with that home heating bill, would encourage them to reach out to us and see if we can help, even if it's 1 or 2 tanks of oil. It makes a difference.
Yeah, and you made a great point. I mean, given this COVID situation and Omicron, and hopefully you get into March where we've got this thing behind us, but people are spending a lot more time at home. So it's not like you can leave the house and put the thermostat at 62 or whatever and then come back and turn it on. People are consuming more, and that is an expensive household cost.
Absolutely. And it's we do have a new online application for those who have never applied before. So we're trying to be flexible. It's a paper-heavy program for sure. There's documentation that needs to be submitted to certify to make sure, basically we're capturing the benefit is determined by the number of folks that live in your household. So first you're just going to tell us how many, what the combined incomes are, what your housing costs are, and what your heating costs are. That's, in a nutshell, what we need to capture. It sounds simple. It's not simple, but we work with folks to try and make it as convenient and easy as possible. So there is an online application on our website for first-time applicants. If you're a returning client, you should have gotten a recertification in the mail. If you didn't, reach out to us, and we'll take care of it. If you're in a situation where you don't have any heat or you're very low, it's an emergency situation, I would encourage folks to give us a call. We triage those situations. It's 508-754-1176. Leave a detailed message. Our phone system has been overwhelmed, so please be patient. Our staff is working really hard, but we will get back to you and we will take care of you and help you out.
And is there a website where people can go to just to learn more and get numbers and contacts?
Yep. Our website is www.wcac.net, and from there you can link to our fuel assistance program, and there's additional information about what's required to submit. There's a phone number. If you've submitted your application and you're looking for a status update, you can call that. It's a fully automated, so you can call that 24/7, follow the prompts to see where your application is in the process. And that number is 508-754-7281. Be mindful, it does take a while. It can take upwards of a month to get your application processed. But again, we are working hard to get them done. Applications can be submitted anywhere from now through the end of April. That tends to get extended into May, no guarantee, but past few years it tends to get extended a little bit too. But would encourage folks to apply as soon as they're able, provide what they can, and our staff will walk them through to get it processed.
And so with the federal American Recovery ARPA, this additional dollars that have gone to state and localities, some of that has made its way to you?
Yes, yep. And I think there's a sense sometimes that the program's going to run out of money. Obviously, there's no guarantee, but with the traditional funding we receive, the additional monies we've received through ARPA, we also have an emergency fuel fund, which is funded generously through a lot of the local financial institutions. We have plenty of money to give. The benefit is set so your family is eligible for a certain amount. Once you've exhausted that, we can tap emergency funds for that.
And just a minute left, but the other piece, with the American Rescue Plan Act and other funding sources, one of the things that you work on is helping families and individuals and, et cetera, on weatherization.
Absolutely.
And you're looking for contractors.
Absolutely.
So contractors out there, there's work opportunities.
Absolutely. Yep, if you're eligible for fuel assistance, you're likely eligible for weatherization, which helps weatherize your home, maximize those fuel benefits to keep your house warm in the winter, cool in the summer. Again, all that information's on our website, www.wcac.net.
Right, and that oil and is delivered through a lot of local vendors
Absolutely,
as well.
yeah. We work with last year was over 70 local contractors, so it's money that's going right back into the local economy, and trying to be a good community partner. But
Right.
we appreciate the opportunity
Yeah,
to share.
well, you guys certainly are a great team, and thank you, Ellen.
Thank you.
We're
Thanks
going
so
to come right back and talk about another important regional organization. Stay with us. We're going to be right back on this edition of Chamber Exchange.
These days, you've got your hands full in life. That's why we help you bank simply and securely with tools like Face ID and Touch ID. It's why we make it easy to make purchases on the go and get cash back while you're at it. Why we help you quickly deposit checks wherever you are. And it's why we lend a hand with sending and receiving money right from your phone. So even when you're on the move, you can manage your finances. Bank Hometown. Unlock your potential.
Being associated with the Railers and being a part has been awesome, and it's been a lot of fun.
I think my students' initial reactions is my favorite part. Their eyes get really wide and they're in awe.
And then you have the excitement of hockey, and you have that anticipation in the air. The crowd getting into it. It's fun.